Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear respected Muslims, non-Muslims, all those who love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today we have a beautiful explanation. I hope I'm able to say it in English from Brother Ayman Magdi. Young brother, I'm really happy to listen to him and his explanation. And he's still talking also about what we were talking about yesterday, scientific miracles of the Quran, and those miracles are a lot too much that is mentioned in the Quran, that impossible for Muhammad, peace be upon him, to know about it more than 1400 years ago, because it was just discovered last century, the 20th century. So let us start all together with Brother Ayman Magdi and say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bismillah walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. The first evidence is that Allah mentioned in the surah number 6, chapter 6, ayah or verse 125, about those who disbelieve. At certain moments they are going to feel like suffocating, as the chest is going to be tightening, as if the one of them is rising up in the sky. Now, how would Muhammad, peace be upon him, more than 1400 years ago, knows that those who rise up in the sky, like those who ride the space shuttle, they will feel this kind of suffocation unless they are wearing, of course, as humanity solves this problem by wearing special clothing or sitting in special compartments that will provide them with enough air and enough pressure so that they breathe normally. Second evidence is in chapter 4 and verse number 56. Now this verse, to summarize it, is talking about those who have seen the signs from Allah and realized that He is the true God, and still they acted like disbelievers. Those who disbelieved, Allah is going to throw them in hellfire. And every time their skin is roasted, Allah is going to change their skin and bring them a fresh new one so that they feel more and more pain. Now, this is a verse that is telling straightforward that the pain is in the skin. How would Muhammad, peace be upon him, know something like that since 1400 years ago? Okay, now the sensors of the pain are mainly in the skin, and this was discovered later on, 1400 years after that. Let's go to the last one. So the last evidence, because I don't have time, we're running out of time, but he gave many other evidence. And by the way, scientific evidence, I don't know if anyone was able to count. There are too much to count. So it was one of the scientists, he was studying the Quran to look for discrepancies or something like that. However, he noticed this name, Haman. And this name was never mentioned in the Bible, neither the Old Testament nor the New Testament. And because there are a lot who are accusing Muhammad of taking the stories from the Bible and using it, okay, so this is another proof that Muhammad got it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The name is Haman. And Haman means the head of the builders, the head of the engineers, the foreman of the builders. Yeah, the person responsible for building. Now this name, or this scientist, he kept looking for this name until he found this name is mentioned only in the manuscripts of the pharaohs. Okay, but impossible for Muhammad to know it because the language of the pharaohs were only translated last century, which means 1400 years ago, Muhammad couldn't have discovered this. This is a proof that Muhammad got the Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Now, a surprise for all of you, after the 29th or the 30th night, we're going to move once every week, and I'm going to move you to a total different dimension that if you really want to believe, this is the one. Other than that, you don't want to. Then if you don't want to, you don't want to. That's it. Okay? We're going to go, no, surprise. I'm not going to say it. Surprise. Thank you very much. Don't forget, Zakatul Ilm Nashrihi, charity of knowledge is to distribute it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.